logging into NetGalley as we speak. So this weekend I decided I'm going to do a NetGalley reading vlog because I am so behind on NetGalley. I'm so behind on NetGalley. These are the books that I have. And one of these books is the sequel, and I haven't even read the first one. So I need to lock in and get to reading. Like, even if I don't read all of them, I just want to see like what I can read this weekend. The month's almost over. I need to really get into these. My score is at 89%, so I'm fine, like, score wise. And my issue is that I'm automatically accepted for Berkeley. So what I'll do is, if something goes on Berkeley, I'll automatically request it. Not even request it, because you don't request anything. Like, I just go on there and I press read it and I send it to my Kindle. And it's like I'm shopping, and then it's like, girl, these are not like free books. You have to review it, you have to get to it. And it's like, usually I'm really good with getting to a book before it comes out, but I've been so backed up, and then next thing you know, the book's already out, and I'm like, oh, you know. So let's lock in and get to reading these NetGalleys. I filmed a video like this months ago. Don't know if I ever uploaded it though. I don't know if it ever saw the light of day, because there are some vlogs that I film sometimes where it just never sees the light of day. So okay, so it's actually the next day. I did not read last night, but I figured I would come on here and try to explain from what I did read. I read like 3%, but she is an ornithologist, which is someone who studies birds. And it's about, oh my gosh, the book started off so good. So it's a historical romance, and I read a book by this author before. It was The League of the Gentlewomen Witches. I only read that one, and my only issue with that book is because it got 3 stars, but I really liked it. But it only got 3 stars because I felt like the enemies to lovers had just like run away. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't like happen in this book. But the book is so funny so far. Like, I don't even think I made it to chapter 2 yet. I don't even think I did. But I was cracking the fuck up, y'all. Like, so this book is about this girl. She's an ornithologist, and she finds this bird called, like, I think it's called like the death wish. I forgot what it was like something with, like, it's something like that. So she finds this bird, and then her rival comes up, and the bird like gets away, and he steals the rival. And so like right now in the book, they're just like arguing. It's like her and her best friend, and then the rival, like, they're arguing. Why the fuck the best friend pull a pistol out from the underneath her dress? And he's like, put that away now. Y'all, when I tell you that shit sent me over the moon. I don't know if it was because it was like 3 a.m. and you know, you get like giggly at 3 a.m. or if it was really funny. But this book really had me cracking the fuck up. Like, I just found that so funny, because he did not give a fuck that she had that gun out. Like, he like, it literally was like, it basically was saying like he didn't give a fuck. Like, he was just kind of like, put the gun up. So it's so fun so far. I just want to give like a little preface. But me and my friends are doing a 24-hour readathon tonight. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna get to reading. And I'm hoping to read a few books today. I'm hoping to finish it before the readathon, because it's currently, of course I will drop my phone. It's currently 4 p.m. and the readathon for me, because we all live in different time zones, so the readathon for me is gonna start at 10. But we're gonna start reading. We're gonna get on FaceTime at 9, because we like to yap it up. So we're gonna get on FaceTime at 9. So I'm hoping to be done with the book by then. So that means I gotta put the TikTok down. But I made me a snack breakfast because I low-key just woke up. But I made me something to eat. I'm gonna scroll through TikTok while I eat, and then I'm gonna get down to business. So very excited. Alright, so I read about 50% of the book last night. It's actually really fun. Like, they had me kicking my feet and giggling, but this is where I start to get nervous, because around this point in the author's last book, The League of Gentlewomen Witches, is when like all the angst just fell off and they just start to be a couple. And like, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know, it's just not what I want for this book. Like, and I'm not the writer, but like, if you're gonna be rivals to lovers, then be. But also, the rivals to lovers is really good. Like, bruh, they're so fucking funny together. Like, I'm literally in my room giggling. I do not giggle at books. Like, they're fucking hilarious, and they're really cute. Like, I literally get like the little chest flutters when I read them, because it's just like so good. Like, it's just so well written, and I don't give a fuck about birds, but I'm so interested in what's going on. And also in the book, there's like this like mysterious thing happening that like nobody knows what's going on, and I think that's so cool, because it's like they're trying to catch these birds, there's like special birds and when it's a war, but there's something like dark, like lurking, and like they keep ending up in these situations, and they end up having to work together with each other because they keep experiencing this situation with each other, and they can't trust anyone, not even their own like partners that they're hunting for this bird with. So it's like they have no choice but to trust each other. So it's kind of forced proximity, even though they're like traveling and stuff. They're forced to be together, and I really like that. And so I'm really just excited to see how the book ends. um Originally I was gonna do like a weekend thing, and I was gonna try to see how many I read in the weekend, but I was on FaceTime with my friends, so like, so nobody, we didn't start reading until like 4 a.m. So I have a bit of updates for you guys. So I finished the first book I was reading, the Ornithologist, whatever. I finished that. And I liked it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It just felt like something was missing. I think for me, it's just like, even though I don't understand a thing about birds, it was very interesting and like a really quirky thing to read about. It was like a very interesting thing to read about. Like, no, haven't read a romance author who incorporated the character's love for birds. The book itself was like very quirky. It was very funny. Even like when they got together, like it was still good. Like, I usually don't give a fuck about the characters once they get together, because a lot of them like lose that banter, but I felt like it was, damn, I felt like it was very good still. So there's that. And then also I started reading The Vampire's Guide to Seducing a Werewolf. I mean, no, The Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. And this is, so far, it's pretty good. I read the first book in the series, but not the second book. The first one was really, really fun. The second one I didn't really care to read because it was about like a road trip or something, and I don't give a fuck about road trips in books. Like, I can't do it. Like, I do not like journeys in books, which is why it's so hard for me to find like a good fantasy that I love. So then I skip it to this one. This one is about, it's kind of similar to the first one a little bit. Like, he is at this wedding. He's at the wedding of like the characters in the first book in the beginning. And he wants to, like, he doesn't really see himself wanting to get married or anything. And then he ends up like going home and getting drunk, and as a joke he orders this crystal online that says it has like this sexy like succubus vampire in it. So he orders it while he's drunk, and he doesn't think it's gonna come in, and then it does come in, and then the vampire is out. So now they're binded together. And it's not fake dating, but it's not fake dating. And so it's just like a very interesting, like, it's, I just don't know how I feel. Like, I could see it getting like 3 stars, 4 stars maybe, but I don't see myself like giving it 5 stars. Like, I don't see myself loving it. Like, it's very interesting. I like the dynamics between the couple. But I think after Funny Story, I'm just gonna need to take a break from romance again, like I did last year, because, girl. Ever since joining Book Talk, the only thing I like hate about BookTube is that I can't like listen to music in the background. Like, it really is just so cool to like just vibe and like talk. Like, I kind of hear they're there. So this vlog update, I will be talking about what is this book called? How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. I started this last night. I read 1 chapter and I love it already. I started Ashes of the Sun by the same author, but it just seemed like too complex of a fantasy book, girl. So I just didn't want to stay tuned in. I'm sorry. But this one just seems so fun and like whimsical, and it's promoted as like Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's gonna have some found family. The main character is a woman, which I tend to lean towards women main characters more. The books just eat a little bit harder. So I am very excited for this. What was the other book I was reading? How a Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. So yeah, I'm about 23% into that. I was gonna read a little bit before filming today, since I film at night, so when I wake up I just read, and then around like 6 p.m. is when I get to filming. But today I was finishing this audiobook I was listening to, so I couldn't get around to it because I was so excited to film today. Like, I just love, my filming days are Mondays and I just love it. So yeah, damn, what am I talking? So yeah, I'm 23% to that. It's probably gonna be a 3 star. I'm not gonna hold you up. Like, I'm gonna just get it out tonight, and just, you know, so my update will probably be in the morning again once I'm done reading that. There probably won't be any like middle thoughts because I don't like filming at night, because then I gotta whip out my ring light, which is like fine, but I just don't like filming at night, and I just love like setting my camera up. But I do love like giving you guys like a bookshelf angle. So yeah. And y'all, being a mood reader, I'm already like, luckily I got my March TBR here. I'm gonna be filming a video on that. Luckily, um yeah, so I think March 1st is when I'm gonna end this. I'm just gonna say it's a week though, but March 1st I'm gonna end this because I don't want to spend too long. Like, I got some books I need to buddy read, and then I'm gonna try this new thing where I start my TBR at the first of the month. So I set like a low number for me. So a low number for me is like 10, and I start the first of the month, and then I read them that way instead of like, because usually during the month I'll push it back. I'm like, oh, I'll read it later into the month, and then next thing you know, the month is over, and I'm like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off my month with my TBR and then move into like reading whatever I want to read. I'm probably read whatever I want to read in between, but I really want to get into like physically reading again and like listening to my audiobook along with it. So that's also what I'm going to be doing this in March. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be planning some booktube videos and like whatever. I ended up finishing the Vampire's Guide to Seducing a Witch. I ended up giving it 3 stars just because I didn't really give a fuck. Like, the plot was cool, but it's just the fact that every time a romance book is over 320 pages, you're gonna hear the same complaint from me because it's right every fucking time. Like, I am so tired of saying the same thing every fucking time. There's no reason a romance book should be over 320 pages, even if you have a plot. Okay? Because most romances don't really have plots, but it's like, just because your book has a plot does not mean that you have a reason for your romance book to be over 320 pages. Why is the book 448 pages? I end up getting bored like every fucking time. Like, I say the same thing every time for a reason. Stop doing it. Just because your book has a plot doesn't mean that it is more interesting than other romances. I'm sorry, the main point is the romance. It doesn't need to be over 320 pages. Like, I'm sick of it. Like, I can't. So yeah, I end up giving it 3 stars. It was just like, it was okay. Like, it was fine. So then I end up starting the How to Become a Dark Lord and Die Trying. But it's like, I don't know. Okay, so it's like a Groundhog Day meets Guardians of the Galaxy type book, and it's like, it's about this woman who is repeating the same life over and over again, and like when she like dies, she wakes up in like the same place and the same thing happens, and so she decides, you know what, fuck it, I want to become a Dark Lord. She can't really become a Dark Lord because she's human, but she's like, I'm gonna try to anyways. And the issue is that there are so many pop culture references. I don't like pop culture references in contemporary, so why the fuck would I like it in my fantasy? And I feel like it's funny, but at the same time it feels a little bit try hard. Like, it feels like I don't know, like it's just so crude and like sexual, and it just doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel natural. Like, if I met a person like this character, I would laugh in her face. I'd be like, bitch, you think you're from like a fucking, like, I don't know. It sounds like crazy because I cuss all the time, but it's like literally every other word is a cuss word. Like, I couldn't even, like, there's a scene when she like takes this character and like bashes his head in, and there's like a cuss word every other like word she says, and it just didn't, I don't know. And it's like, I want to like it, so I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe I need to end the vlog. Like, maybe I need to just save, I need to just save it and just like end the vlog. But it sucks because I've only read like 2-3 books. Like, I've only read 2 books. Like, that sucks. But I don't know. Maybe the vlog just won't go up as early as I thought it would. Like, you know, maybe I'll just like come back again later. But I also have other books, so why don't I just try to read those instead, and instead of trying to force myself to read something. And it's like, it's fine, it's just like, I don't want to sit through 400 pages of this shit. Like, I'm not about to sit through 400 pages of this character, even though I want to, like, if the plot is cool, I'm gonna give it another try. Like, hopefully the plot is cool, but I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know. My friend are like doing some kind of readathon today where we just like read all day, so I'm hoping to just get like a bunch of books read. Because tomorrow's the end of the month and I'm filming, so I want to spend all day tomorrow reading, and then starting probably Sword of Kaigen, like our buddy read. So I'll probably do that. But okay, so last night I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna DNF the Dark Lord book. Like, it's corny, it's not funny, I'm obviously not having fun. So I DNF'd it, and then I started reading in Education and Malice because I got the audiobook. It was like 4 hours. I personally liked the book. I went and I read the reviews, and a lot of people did not like it. I mean, I guess I could see like a lot of the issues. Like, it was a lot of show don't tell. I just didn't care. Like, I just thought the book was really fun. I read it all in like one sitting, which I can read anything in one sitting, but it was like really quick. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really liked the sapphic. Okay, and the vampire club scene really ate. Like, what the fuck? Like, they ate. Basically, Education and Malice is a sequel to A Dowry of Blood, and it's like a Carmilla retelling. So it's about Carmilla and this girl named Laura, who are academic rivals, and they both end up becoming close friends with their teacher, and not in the way that you think. Okay, it's not like some weird teacher-student relationship, which I thought it was gonna be. But I also like the little hints of like teachers and having like inappropriate relationships with your student, and like how and like the obsession that I hated the teacher so much. I hated the teacher so much. And she ended up being a vampire because it's a vampire book. I guess that's a spoiler, but like, I mean, I guess it's a spoiler, by the way, but she ends up being a vampire. Carmilla ends up being a vampire, obviously. And it's just about Carmilla and Laura, who end up being with each other. I ended up giving it like 4 stars. I did also think that the relationship moved a bit too fast. Like, there was nothing in between it. Like, it was just them being academic rivals to lovers to them being together. Like, and I was like 60% into the book. So I didn't really expect it to be like slow burn or anything like that, but it was just like from here to here. There was no like in between, and I just wish that there was just like a little bit more in there. So yeah, it's the last day of February. I'm just gonna end this vlog because I really want to get it started on my March TBR. I really want to read a lot of books. I think this video is gonna be after my March TBR. So me and my friends already planned out our reading for Sword of Kaigen, so I really want to get started on that, and I really want to get started on like all the other stuff that I want to read. So I feel like this video is holding me back. It was fun to do the last week in February. I don't think I'll ever do this again. I think it'll be another few months before I do another video where I sit down and read all of my NetGalleys, because I filmed one last year as well, but I don't think I ever ended up uploading it because I think I also ended up getting bored. So yeah, but I've now gotten I've gotten my arcs down from like 10 to like whatever 10 minus 8 is. I got it down to 6. Whatever 10 minus 4 is, I got it down to 6. So I got it down to 6. I went from 89% to 91%. I have 90 books approved, and I think 80 books reviewed, or something like 80 something books reviewed. So that's really good. I'm really happy for that. But today's filming day. I'm changing my room around. I really want to get started in my audiobooks because I like to film. I really don't need to get on that. So yeah, I want to get this video edited and like up. So thank you for watching this video. I'm so sorry if it was boring. I personally had a lot of fun. Also, I think this video will be the last time that you see my braids, because I'm taking this shit down. It's like falling apart. So if anybody wants to know more about my braids, I have half in the back. So I have 2 rows in the back of pink, and then I have I have 4 braids up here that are red, and then 2 rows of pink under that. And then I have 1 extra pink braid. It was supposed to be like directly right here, but I miscalculated. So I have 1 pink braid also, because I was gonna like, I don't know, it's gonna be a whole look. But yeah, just in case anybody was more interested in like my hair, because this is the last time you'll be seeing my hair like this in a video. But I have more packs left, so I can always do this again. I might do it like but reversed. I might do it a little bit different. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.